All right, so if you're catching me on replay, YouTube or Facebook, I want to let you know I'm just waiting until people pop on. Okay. Hi. So people are already popping on. I love it. Okay. So what I'm going to go on ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and start introducing myself and kind of letting you guys know what we're going to be doing, how I even got to the point. Now, if you've worked out with me before, sorry that you're going to hear my story for like the umpteenth million time. But anyways, hi Elizabeth. So anyways, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Nataushia. A lot of people also know me as the Sea Cardio Queen. But at my heaviest, I used to weigh over 500 pounds. So I understand like the struggles of exercise. I understand sometimes how difficult it is to move whenever we have a big stomach that might be in the way or big thighs or just something like that. I know whenever I was over 500, 400, 300, and sometimes even over 200 pounds, still to this day, like I do get winded and it does become difficult at times. So, what I do is I show you guys exercises specifically on Monday, completely modified. So, what Modified Monday is essentially I do my easiest exercises. It's absolutely no leg engagement because I do have a lot of friends that I have recently found or they have found me, however you want to look at it. But some of them have mobility issues, some of them are in a wheelchair, and some of them just have chronic illnesses or chronic pain conditions or injuries. And this allows all of us inclusively, no matter what your size, no matter where you are in your exercise experience, you can be a beginner, you can be in the middle, you can be advanced, you can be wherever you want to be at and still get the exercise routine in and get the benefit of it as well. Because what I've done is I am a former athlete. So I'm not a personal trainer, but I am somebody that has lost over 280 pounds. So I've taken all of my former athletic knowledge all the way up to college because I had a college scholarship to do track and field. So I've taken all of my athletic knowledge and I have found seated exercises because what happened is after I lost around 200 pounds, I injured my left ankle. So I couldn't obviously run and get my cardio in, but I knew I needed cardio to still keep my weight loss accelerated. So, anyways, I started to do research on TikTok, YouTube, and Google. I was able to find seated exercises, but I could not find a full-fledged seated exercise routine. So, what I did is took that athletic knowledge that I have and created high intensity interval training seated cardio workout sessions. So, I just want to let you guys know like, I'm showing you all a lot of these exercises from experience of being a plus size individual. So today is going to be absolutely no leg engagement. And I'm absolutely so excited that you guys are here. And if this is your first time, welcome. If this is like your 377,000th time with me, welcome again. But anyways, I do want to let you all know you can go at your own pace. You don't have to keep up with me. So please do not freak out. Like if you see me and we're doing our exercises and you're like, oh my goodness, like she's going so fast. There's no way I can do seated cardio. I don't want you to have that thought process in your mind. I understand it's going to certainly cross through your mind at some point because we all have those moments where we're going to beat ourselves up. But I want you to please understand like you can do this. We can do it together and you can 100% go at your own pace, okay? Because we're going to have 14 exercises that we do tonight. Sharon, thank you so much, sweetheart. Welcome in. But what we're going to do is these 14 exercises, and each round, there's 3 rounds. Each exercise we do for 30-second increments, and then we have a 10-second breather after we complete that exercise. So I want to make sure that you understand. I don't expect you to go the full 30 seconds if you've never done this before. But what I do expect is you to give me your best effort. So I don't care if you give me 3, 13, or 30 reps of the exercise in that 30-second window. All I care about is that you're giving me your best effort because ultimately that is what is most important. Now, I want to also let you know, last week we were having a lot of like internet connection issues. So we've had no issues today, praise God. But in the event that happens, I will try to come back on always in the event something like that ever occurs. If it's more than an hour, then I'm not coming back. Okay. But you can always find a replay on my YouTube account under Nataushia Burke. All right. So I'm going to go on ahead and let you all know what our routine is. I'm then going to go on ahead and sit in my chair and tell you all how we're going to sit, how we're going to do it. And I'm going to show you all some modifications in the event something becomes too difficult for you to complete. Okay. But anyways, we are going to start off tonight doing a reach. We're going to go into cross knee taps, strokers, knee slam, walrus, leaners, battle ropes, jacks, cross punch, obliques, uppercuts, underleg jack, overhead punch, and then we're going to do a seated row as well, okay? So we're going to do those 14 exercises, 30 seconds per exercise with that 10-second breather for 3 rounds. And again, go at your own pace. Like, I'm not going to beat you up if you can't keep up with me, because that's not the point. The point is to move. Marilyn, hi, first time here. Heard great things about you. Excited to do your workout. Can I ask you who you heard about it from? I'm really curious who referred you, if you don't mind me asking, and I'll see it once we're done in a little bit. But I'm going to go on ahead and bring YouTube down. So if y'all don't know, I stream live free of charge on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday through Thursday, unless I state otherwise or some kind of other event occurs, okay? But anyways, if y'all don't know, I'm like, pace yourself, but you can 100% do this, okay? But we're going to sit down on the edge of our seat. It's important that you try to sit on the edge of your chair and you try to keep your back off the back of your chair as much as possible. And then what we're also going to do is try and keep our core tight. And a lot of people ask me, how do you do that? So basically, we've all sucked our stomach in to take a selfie and look skinny. We've all done it, and that's okay, because that's exactly how we're going to keep our core tight, all right? But just remember to breathe. And then in the event you do have to use the back of your chair, don't worry about it. When I first started to do seated cardio, I had to use the back of my chair a lot. So don't beat yourself up if that's something that you have to rely on. But our first exercise tonight is going to be a reach, which looks like this. All right. So in the event any of the exercises become too difficult to complete, we can do battle ropes, or if you can engage your legs, you can if you want to, and you can do seated quick feet. Okay. Or you can do a seated jack. Anything that you can do to keep your heart rate up and elevated until I say take your breather is going to be extremely crucial, because in high intensity interval training sessions, you have to stay moving in that 30-second window. Take your breather, and then we're going to keep going. And you're going to see me using my watch a lot because I time every single thing that we do, including our breathers. But we have 30 seconds of reach starting. Now let's get it. So you're really extending that oblique. Now I want to let you know, in the event you come on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, my reach, the advanced one, looks like this, because it's a reach and step, because it engages your entire body. But on Modified Monday, baby, we do the easy ones. So you can literally jump in, go at your own pace, and do what you can do. Whew. Take your breather. Now, up next is going to be our cross knee tap. So you're going to do this right here, but you're really going to engage your core, trying to keep it nice and tight, all right? You got this. Go at your own pace. We've got 30 seconds starting now. Good. But listen, I understand that it can be difficult sometimes to exercise, but I want you to understand every little bit of exercise that you do matters. So don't beat yourself up. If you feel like you're not doing good enough, I promise you're doing better than somebody that's not coming up off the couch. All right. Take your breather. Up next is strokers. So that's where we're going to go in, around. All right. Just like that. We're going to really engage our arms, chest, back, shoulders, all that fun stuff. But we've got 30 seconds of strokers starting now. But you're going to try to keep your arms up. So your elbows, you're going to try and keep them up as well. You're going to feel burning in the muscles in your arms, like your biceps and all that fun stuff. Your shoulder blades. Oh, yeah. You got it. Now you can go at your own pace. Take your breather. Up next is our knee slam, which looks like this. Okay? Really focusing on your oblique on this one. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and knock that out for 30 seconds. Starting now. So this is our knee slam. So let's say you pop on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I'm going to show you my advanced, which is the knee slicer. But I understand raising our knee can be challenging, right? So then I was like, let's slam it out because it's the same exercise, but it's a modification. But I remember when I was over 500, I couldn't go like that, right? So, boom. There's no excuses over here. Take your breather. Because where there is a will, there is a way. But right now, oh, I love this one. I love this one so much. Walruses. And you got to excuse my excitement about some of these exercises, all right? It might burn like fire. Let's get it with 30 seconds. I love this one. Well, welcome to Modified Monday with the Seated Cardio Queen. My name is Nataushia, and I do provide my routines free of charge Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just got to tune in on TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube. Oh, yeah. Take your breather. I feel the burn now. Oh, yes. So up next is going to be our leaners. This is going to be a fun one. Really fun, I promise. You're going to cross your arms. You're going to go back, almost touch the back of your chair. If you need to, you can, and then come back up, but really have your abs pull you up, your core. Okay? So you're going to focus on really engaging your core and pulling yourself up on this one. Let's get it. We got 30 seconds of leaners starting now. Let's go. So almost touch the back of your chair and come up. Ooh. This one is more of just focusing on your core. It's not so much a cardio exercise, but I like to throw this one in, especially on Monday. Oh, my Lanta. Ooh. You got it. Take your breather. Up next is going to be our battle ropes. All right. We're going to knock those out for 30 seconds. Starting now. Let's get it. Good job. But you can literally go at your own pace. You can be advanced. You can be intermediate. You can be somebody going through an injury. You could be somebody that just needs a low impact exercise. Hi, baby. We do this for free Monday through Thursday. Just tune in. Good. Take your breather. Now, up next is going to be jacks. That's what they look like, okay? I hope y'all ready because it's about to get serious. My arms is already on fire. Mondays are usually core and arms, if y'all can't tell. We got 30 seconds of jacks starting now. Let's go. Go at your own pace. You don't have to keep up with me, but I will let you know in seated cardio, the quicker you move, the more it's going to increase your heart rate, which in turn burns more calories. Good job. Now, a lot of people also ask me how I've lost over 280 pounds, and I'll break that down in just a second for you. Take your breather. Up next is going to be our cross punch. All right. But while we're cross punching, I'll break down some of my story and how I got here. But we got 30 seconds, cross punch, let's go. But at my heaviest, I was over 500 pounds. I found out that I had precancerous cells in my uterus. Long story short, I had to change my lifestyle. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome and all those fun things. So I had to go on a low carb, high protein lifestyle in order to start to lose weight because my body will not break down the carbs and sugars like a normal person's will. So I had to completely change, take a breather, everything about my regular lifestyle. Next is going to be our obliques. We can do this right here, or you can do this one. Okay, whichever one is easier for you, you can do it, all right? We got 30 seconds of obliques starting now. So either this or this. You pick. But I went on that low carb lifestyle, and then COVID hit. The gym shut down, so I kind of gained some weight back. But then Kentucky had a COVID insurance. I applied for it because I was denied like 7 times for gastric sleeve because my insurance company at the time, take a breather, said that it was all cosmetic. So even though I was facing cancer, I couldn't have the surgery. But next is going to be our uppercuts. Can't promise I'm going to talk through this one. We're going to find out. All right, let's uppercut. We got 30 seconds. But anyway, I applied and I got the coverage. And then I fought to get the surgery on June 30th, 2021 at 440 pounds even. I've lost over 280 pounds, take a breather, by changing how I eat, getting the sleeve. Up next is under leg jacket, looks like this. Okay. But after the sleeve, I followed my routine. Let's do our 30 seconds under leg jacket. But I followed the routine that was established, and I've stuck with it. Now, the times that I would go lax and I wouldn't watch my carbs and I wouldn't watch my proteins or sugars, in 2 months' time, I can easily gain 60 pounds or more. That's if I'm not strict. So a lot of people think that surgery's the easy way out, but it's not, because it takes work even after you've had it. I had it in, take a breather, 2021, and I still have to do work. Up next, overhead punches, all right? We're almost done with round 1. Now, I'm not talking in this one probably. Okay. We got 30 seconds, overhead punch. Let's get it. You're going to keep your elbows kind of at your chest. You're not going to drop them all the way down and come back up. You're not doing this. That's too low. You're going to try and focus on stopping. Yep. You got it. Keep going. Take your breather. Up next, seated row. This number right here. Okay. We got seated row for 30 seconds. Let's get it. But I will share what my macros are and what I've tracked my entire time. In my macros, I eat around 60 to 100 grams of protein a day. I try not to exceed 120 grams of protein in one day. I get around 50 net carbs. If you don't understand net carbs, Google that and we'll break it down, because take a breather. It's a lot of math. We're moving into round 2 of 3, but Google will break down net carbs, okay? Because there's a lot of math that goes into it. And then I do about 28 grams of sugar a day. Like when I'm strict and abiding by what I need to do, that's my targets. I don't track nothing else. But up next is our reach. We have got 30 seconds of reach. Let's go. But I also drink a lot of water. Obviously, I work out. Even though it's in a kitchen chair, I still sweat. I still burn calories. I still get my workout in. I still close my workout rings. If you work it, it's going to work for you too. I promise. But we can do it together. That's why I love Modified Monday. Take your breather. Because you get to see what it is. But you got this. We got it. All right. We have 30 seconds of cross knee taps starting. Let's see. Dang it. We got 30 seconds cross knee taps starting now. Really engage that core, baby. But if y'all don't know who I am, my name is Nataushia. A lot of people know me as the seated cardio queen. I used to be over 500 pounds, but I've lost over 280 pounds and share my free seated cardio workout routines Monday through Thursday every single week, unless I say otherwise. Take your breather, babe. But we got strokers next. But one of the biggest reasons why I do what I do and why I share my story and my experiences is because I do have knowledge that could help somebody else. Let's do our strokers. We have 30 seconds starting now. And what I mean by that is maybe somebody has polycystic ovarian syndrome like I do, endometriosis, insulin resistance, and they don't know how to properly eat to accommodate their body and what they need to do. But they might run across me one day. It might not be right now. It could be next week. And they can find my story and be like, oh my gosh, this is what I needed the whole entire time. Because I know what it's like to break furniture. I know what it's like not to be able to take a bubble bath, take a breather. I know what it's like to go to family members' houses for sleepovers and not be able to fit into your cousin's clothing, but you got to wear your uncle's clothing because you're so big you can't fit into the cute little girly stuff, so you got to wear men's clothes. We're going to move into our knee slam. We got 30 seconds. Let's go. So I like to tell my story and how I've lost over 280 pounds because if you would have asked me in 2021, Nataushia, are you going to really lose over 280 pounds? I would have probably laughed in your face because I've never been successful my entire life with weight loss. I've done Jenny Craig. I've done Nutrisystem. I have done freaking Weight Watchers, Tops. You name it, I've done it. But what I never did, take your breather, is I never stayed consistent. If I would lose weight, I would go treat myself, but my treating myself would turn into a treat week, treat month, treat year, treat years. And I would never stay dedicated to a program long enough to keep the weight off until now. But it is time for us to walrus. We have 30 seconds of walrus starting now. So I share my experiences because I want people to know I know what it's like. And you might look at me and be like, well, you've lost 280 pounds. You don't remember what it's like. Yes, I do. I still know that there's pictures floating around of me breaking chairs at work. I still know that I have friends that remember me coming over to visit them for the first time and sitting on the edge of their bed and literally breaking it just by me sitting on the edge of it. I don't forget those kinds of things because, take a breather, it didn't make me feel good, and it's something that always stuck with me, and I would always be like, man, I wish I could lose weight. I wish I could be like my friends and be skinny. I wish I could fit into cute clothes. I remember saying all of these things my entire life. It's time for us to do our leaners. We got 30 seconds. Let's go. I remember saying those things. I remember being like, man, I really wish I could just be pretty and skinny. You know what happened? I had to stop wishing. I had to start doing. And it wasn't always fun. It wasn't always easy. Not at all. Ooh. Take your breather. But it was worth it. And I want you to understand that You can do it. And you have the power to do it. And people are always like, I need the motivation. I need to find the motivation. I wish I had your motivation. You have it. You have it. Up next is going to be our battle ropes. We have 30 seconds of battle ropes starting now. And you might be like, I don't have motivation. Yes, you do. We all have motivation. But what it is that doesn't click, you're not disciplined. You're not showing up when you don't want to show up. You're not making yourself create habits that are becoming something that you need. We all have the motivation. We just lack implementing, take your breather. We just lack implementing what it is that we're supposed to do. And I say that because that was me for 30 years of my life. You might be like, well, I'm 20, I'm 40, I'm 60, I'm 80. Wherever you are, you can do this. Stop beating yourself up and start believing in yourself. And if you don't, start acting like it. Pretend you do, and eventually it's going to happen. Let's go into our jacks. We have 30 seconds of seated jacks starting now. Sometimes we have to practice positivity because we're not always positive. We're going to have bad days. People are going to make us upset. People are going to make us feel like we don't belong and like we don't matter. But at the end of the day, we have the power to dictate how we allow those people to make us feel. We are in control of our own happiness, as cliche as that may seem. And I know I'm one to talk because things get to me. Take your breather. But I also know at the end of the day, you can be happy and you can be successful. But I also know you're a lot harder on yourself than what you deserve to be. You're stronger than what you realize. But right now it's time for us to cross punch. We have 30 seconds cross punch starting now. But I know life is difficult. I know life has its challenges. You sometimes don't know when your next meal is going to come. You don't know how you're going to pay a bill. You don't know how you're going to make rent, or you're facing losing a car or a home. I don't know what you're going through, but I know for a fact you're going to get through. This situation is temporary. All of it's temporary. Take your breather because you're not always going to be in this spot forever. Whatever circumstances you are facing, you can make the best of it or you can allow it to break you. And I've learned that the hard way. More than once. Right now it's time for us to oblique. We have 30 seconds. Let's go. But I want you to know no matter what, I do believe in you. You may feel like you don't have a support system. I didn't in the beginning either. So I became what I wanted in the beginning of my journey. So hi. But you do have a support system. The family that we have created on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube is absolutely amazing and so empowering and positive. Your home, as long as you're a positive, take your breather, as long as you're positive, uplifting, and have a good heart, you're welcome here. We don't do negativity. We don't do making fun of people. We don't do nasty stuff because there's enough grossness in this world right now. And if we can make this space beautiful for like an hour, we need that. It's empowering. It's energizing. Positivity and love is moving. And it can move mountains. But let's do uppercuts. All right. We have 30 seconds of uppercuts starting now. Let's get it. Stop beating yourself up, baby. I need to tell it to myself, so it's okay. I'm preaching to me too. It's okay. We got this. We're going to conquer this together. Life sucks. It does. But there's also so many beautiful things in life that we can focus on outside of the nastiness. Sometimes we just got to really look. Take a breather. And that's okay. Because sometimes things are worth looking for in the first place. All right, guys. We got under leg jack time, all right? We got 30 seconds. Let's get it. And the reason why I say under leg jack is because if you were to pop in tomorrow, this is what it's going to look like for me. Because this is the advanced exercise. But I understand, again, coming from over 500 pounds, this makes it a little bit more doable if we're just starting out. And that's okay. I love that you are just starting out. It makes me so excited to know that people choose to work on themselves. But don't let the world bring you down. Take your breather. Don't let people make fun of you because of how you're eating, because you're not eating as much as what you used to, or because you're eating healthier, because you're having a protein shake instead of eating a real meal. People are going to be mean in your weight loss journey, but you're also going to find that some people are going to be super empowering and uplifting and encouraging. You've got to pick your tribe sometimes and learn who ain't in it. And that's okay. But right now it's time for us to do our overhead punch. We have 30 seconds of overhead punches. Let's get it. Good job. Keep going. We're almost there. Guys, we're almost done with round 2. We got one more exercise. Let's get it. Take your breather. Up next is our seated row. And then we're going to move into our third and final round. Now, with my seated cardio exercises, we stay all inclusive. So we stay in our seat the entire time. It is seated row time, baby. We got 30 seconds. Let's go. So I want to show you what my advanced row looks like. I use my legs because if you're on a rowing machine in the gym, that's the movement you're going to get right here. But on Modified Monday, we don't do legs because I understand I have friends that are in wheelchairs. I have friends with mobility issues. I have friends that have just had surgery or broken limbs or whatever. So this allows us all to work out together. But take your breather. We're moving into our third and final round. Yay! You guys are killing it. But I absolutely love sharing these with you guys. I love you guys being here. And for those of you all that has hit that share button already, thank you. We're going to go on ahead and start off with round 3, our third and final round. We have 30 seconds. Reach. Let's go. Now I'm going to go on ahead this round and show you all advanced exercises, okay? So we have reach. Reach and step is what you're going to see tomorrow through Thursday. But if you tune in and you want to exercise, reaching is totally okay. I don't care where you're at. I don't care if you're just starting out. Give me your best effort. That's all I care about. Literally. I don't care how fast you go. As long as you do your best, that's what matters to me. Take your breather. And next is our cross knee tap. But I'll explain the importance of that in just a second because I know from experience. And I share this all the time. So if you're a regular, so sorry, you're welcome at the same time. But anyways, 30 seconds, cross knee tap. But when I was an athlete, I remember my coaches literally telling me, Nataushia, you're not getting the benefit of the exercise. You're not working out right. Because I couldn't do a proper sit-up because I was almost 300 pounds when I was in high school. I had a stomach in the way. So I couldn't properly come up like all my teammates, but I was giving my best effort. I was trying my hardest. I was sweating. My muscles were burning. I was trying super hard. Take a breather. I was literally giving it my all. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm having a whole grown coach look at me and tell me I'm not trying my hardest when I really am. So if you're telling me you're trying your hardest, I'm never going to tell me that. I'm never going to say that you ain't. Because I know what it's like to apply your hardest and someone see you and think that you're not trying hard enough. But up next is our strokers. We've got 30 seconds of strokers starting now. And then on top of that, if someone has never been overweight, like I've always been an athlete from elementary school all the way up through college. In college, I was over 500 pounds, and I was an athlete, track and field. But I was a thrower. Let me reiterate, I did not run. I was not a runner. But if somebody ain't never been overweight and had to exercise overweight, they're not going to know what it feels like to exercise overweight. But that's something that I do know and I do remember. So I share everything that I can modification-wise. Take your breather, obviously, to try to show you that no matter where you are on the spectrum of exercise, skill level, you can do this no matter what. Even if you cannot get up and walk, you can do this. But we're going to move into our knee slam. We got 30 seconds of knee slam starting now. And I don't say it to be mean, but I do know for a fact if you want it, you're going to find a way. It was just like I couldn't do burpees in the beginning. I couldn't do mountain climbers. I couldn't do push-ups. In the beginning, I could not get down on the floor and do those things because of my size. But I didn't accept that as an excuse. I found modified exercises that I could do standing using a wall or like an exercise bar. And guess what? I still got to work out. Take your breather. So that's another one of the many reasons why I love doing my Modified Monday, because I get to show modifications of what can be done in a chair no matter where you are, especially if you're just starting out though. I don't want to give you guys full-on advanced exercises and scare you away. Like, I want you to see the baby steps that it takes to get you to the full grown-up steps, okay? I forgot to show you the knee slam, but that's okay. But we got walrus starting now. So this is our walrus. Now, while y'all are doing walrus, I'm going to show you knee slam and slicer real quick, okay? So this is the knee slicer. If you can't raise that knee, though, tomorrow you're going to slam it out. But if you can't go that low, that's when this one came in, okay? But that's why I show you guys my advanced, my medium, and the modified versions, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So that if you are just starting out, I still show you, take your breather, what you can do. So you might come in and be like, I don't remember how you did that modification yesterday. That's okay. I'm going to show you how to do it tomorrow too. So even though you're seeing what it is right now, I promise I'm going to have you covered tomorrow to where you ain't got to worry about it, okay? Don't freak out. But right now it's leaner time. We got 30 seconds of leaner starting now. Good job. So you're trying not to touch the back of your chair. If you do, it's okay. Totally okay. Now, I do recommend trying to challenge yourself more as you progress in seated cardio. So don't always keep the same pace. Like, always try to be better than yesterday. Ooh. Take your breather. I promise you can lose weight. Take some work. But you can do it. Trust me. But up next, we have battle rope. We've got 30 seconds of battle ropes starting now. And I know some people are like, but I can't afford to have surgery. I can't afford the weight loss supplements that you use, Nataushia. And I understand that. But what we can afford to do, believe it or not, is make healthier eating choices, healthier drinking choices, healthier lifestyle choices, increase your exercise, drink more water, eat better, stop eating unhealthy, and you may see changes. Stop drinking so much soda, take your breather, stop eating so many sweets. Believe it or not, how we eat affects how we are physically and internally. This is our home. We got to make it strong. But our easiest access to strengthening it is eating healthier and better. We're going to go on ahead and move into our jacks. We have 30 seconds of jacks starting now. Good job. Y'all killing it tonight. If y'all haven't already, can y'all hit the share button? Thank you. Take your breather. Next is going to be our cross punch. I don't know why, but I love doing the punch ones. They're just so fun to me. Don't y'all like punching things? I know I used to. Probably shouldn't have said that out loud. But anyways, let's go. Get it, get it, get it. Good job. Good job. Take your breather. Up next is going to be our obliques. Y'all, we're at the end. The finish line is near. Your arms and body might be on fire and you might be sweating trying to catch your breath. The end is near. We got this. Let's knock out these obliques, baby. We got 30 seconds. If I didn't lock my watch. We got 30 seconds of obliques starting now. And remember, if this one is not, I don't know. I like doing this one, but I don't do it a lot on lives because I remember even when I was heavier, sometimes this wasn't always easy for me. So depending on where you are, whichever exercise works better for you, that's okay. This is the advanced oblique though. Take your breather. Up next is uppercuts. We've got 4 more exercises and then we can do our stretches, then our breathing exercise. And then I'm going to take a shower. All right, y'all. Let's uppercut this bad boy. Let's go. You got it. Good job. Take your breather. Under leg jack is next. Let's get it. We got 30 seconds. Under leg jack. Let's go. So again, under leg is what this looks like. Okay? Can't go under your leg though. That's why I have this modification. Got this, babe. Thank you for all the love, TikTok. I see y'all. Thank those of y'all that's taking the time to hit that share button. Thank you. Take your breather. Oh, overhead punch is next. Yes, it is. And then we're going to row our boats. I don't know how gently I'm going to be rowing today because my arms is on fire. Hopefully y'all's is too. We got 30 seconds. Overhead punch. Let's get it. Thank you, TikTok. So if you guys did not know, I was nominated for the 2nd year in a row for the Cheer Choice Awards. I forgot to share it on TikTok, but voting is now open. So if you haven't voted for me today, and if you could, I would greatly appreciate it. Take your breather. It is posted in my Facebook, and then I will share it to my TikTok tonight. But I was nominated for the fitness category. Up next is going to be our row. We've got 30 seconds. Seated row starting now. But last year I made it to the top 5 and I got to go walk the red carpet in Las Vegas. And I would absolutely love to get that experience again, but on my own, without the extraness that I don't need anymore and don't have. Whew. I won't elaborate. All right, catch your breath. But up next, we're going to go ahead and stretch. So what I need you to do at this point, we're going to stretch our arms. So we're going to take our left arm and we're going to pull it across our body. All right. I do time this too. I time everything. But let's do it. We're going to pull our left arm across. And we're going to take our right arm and pull it across. Okay. But I will share my Cheer Choice Awards nomination link. And you get 2 free votes every 24 hours. And it would like mean the world to me if you guys helped me get back to Las Vegas this year into 2025. Let's switch sides. But you can pay for votes. You don't have to if you don't want to or don't have that ability. But it does all 100% of the proceeds do go to charity through Spread the Cheer USA. But if you guys could just vote for me daily, if possible, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I'll try to be on top of sharing everything. Well, let's bring our arms down. We're about to pull our arm in behind our head, okay? Now, when I was heavier, I used to not be able to do it that way. So I want to show you all a trick. You're going to interlock your hands here and pull in behind your head like that on either side, all right? So you pick whichever way works for you, and let's get it. But I'm actually super honored and blessed to actually be nominated for the 2nd year in a row. Like, the whole entire experience itself is out of this world. And to be nominated for being a positive creator means a lot to me after all of the things that I've kind of been through. Let's switch sides. Because I know for a fact, given the circumstances of my situation, I could have been nasty. I could have turned my platform into something that was bitter and gross, but I chose to stay positive and I chose to continue to fight for better things because I know if I spew nastiness and negativity into this world, I'm not going to get anything good back. Let's bring our arms down. Well, let's go on ahead and do our breathing exercise. What you're going to do is you're going to inhale up through your nose. You're going to hold your breath right here. You're going to exhale out down through your mouth. We're going to do a total of 3, but you're in control of your breathing. Let's get it. 1. 2. 1 more, baby. 3. Awesome job tonight, guys. Y'all have absolutely killed our Challenge Wednesday workout routine. Well, we killed it together, actually. Oh, my Lanta. Now, even though I don't be working out my legs, I still feel it in my legs. Anyways. But anyways, congratulations on finishing Challenge Monday. It's not even Challenge Monday. But way to go for completing Modified Monday, guys. Deborah Matthews on our YouTube channel. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Hey, Robin. You are so welcome, Marilyn. Thank you. You're so welcome, Robin. I hope that you guys have a blessed night. I'm going to pop off of here. I keep my YouTube short just so that if people watch replays, they're not hearing me talk forever. But I will be on Facebook and TikTok for a second. Have a blessed night. God bless, guys.